everybody, it's Monica with KydzLydz for my journey to a happier, healthier me on Monday, the 18th, I think? No, not even close. 16th. Yeah. I'm always off, aren't I? Okay, so today has been a wonderful day. As you guys know, if you are watching me, I have started my 21-day healthy eating challenge today. Yay me! So, kind of, I guess, I was like protein starving today. Does that make sense? And I had an orange for breakfast, and then I had I'd say about a half a cup of some nut trail mix, which had like dried cranberries, dried raisins. Dried raisins are already dried, right? Whatever, raisins. Almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. Super, super healthy. Love it. It's called Raw Food Energy or something like that. And then I added the almonds and the cranberries in it myself, so that had that as well. I had a cup of almond milk, and then we went to the church for our Monday lunch, and that's where I had the nut trail mix. And then when I got home, for some reason, my brain really felt like it needed some protein. I don't know why, because there's protein in the almonds, obviously, and in the nuts, but for some reason, I just was like, wasn't enough food in my brain. Does that make any sense? I hope so. Anyway, whatever. So I had some bourbon tofu, a baked potato, and some corn. So technically I'm still doing the healthy eating challenge, but the bourbon tofu, kind of a little bit off with that, I guess. And drinking my water. I'm on I think my third canteen today, which is like super good for me. I try and get in at least 5 of those a day. So right now it is 4:30 and I'm on number 3. That's pretty good for me because I usually stay up till about 11, so I could probably get another 3 of those in today. So, yeah, the secret is out of the bag, dear. The surprise, not such a surprise anymore, that I'm making for my viewer, which is Zelda RNJ3, JNR3, RNJ3, whatever it is. Why do I not know your your YouTube username? I see it like a million times a day. It's Zelda RNJ3, right? Yeah, I believe that's right. Because I call her Z. So when she texts me, it just says Z on the phone. Okay. So my issue was I have all the colors that I needed. Now she actually knows what it is. But I didn't have a bright enough yellow. The yellow that I had was kind of like dull, like almost like a pastel-y yellow. And I'm like, that cannot work with the other colors that I have. Because I will show you what I have. So I have purple. Is that actually showing up as purple? Let's put it with the blue and find out. Now it looks a little bit more purple at least. So there's purple and blue and green and red and orange. And now, look what I found yesterday. Bum, bum, bum. Bright yellow. It's actually called, let's see if that will show. Can you read it? True yellow. I know it's fuzzy, sorry. But, wait, let me see if I put my hand on top. Maybe that might be a little bit better. True yellow. So, they're so bright. I love them. So, my house looks like a ball of yarn vomited in it right now. Actually, I guess a rainbow vomited in it right now. Because we have all of the duct tape roses and we have all of these squares for Z's blanket that I'm making her. Granny square blanket. So, as before, what's going to be happening is there's 144 of these little squares. And then 4 little squares makes one big square. How am I going to do that? So 4 little squares makes one big square, like so. I measured them. So this is an 8 by 8 square right there. But that's without the trimming on it. So I'm not sure how big it's going to actually be. Probably 8 by 8 anyway. And then this is going to be 6 squares because I have 24 of each square, of of each color. Sorry. So 24 purple, and down on the line, down, then on down the line. Whatever, you know what I mean. Right. I don't know what I mean, so I hope you know what I mean. So 24 squares. So starting with purple and then ending at red, obviously. So, and then those 24 squares are then turned into 6 bigger squares, because 4 equals 1, right? So 24 divided by 4 is 6, and then 6 squares times 6 colors. So I have 36 squares to finish the blanket. Now I want to try and finish it by this weekend to show at the craft show. I don't know if that's going to happen, because as you guys know, Marina got accepted to her craft show. So yeah, I'm really trying. We actually, God love my friend Karen. I haven't talked about her before. She used to be my neighbor, and she used to live down the hall from me. Now she lives about maybe a 10-minute walk from us. Anyway, she came with us this morning. Yay! And I was like, you know, we have these 2 craft shows on the weekend, and we're gonna go crazy, and I'm trying to get to one, and Marina has another one, and the babysitter's going with her, but I'd really like to be with her because it's her first show, and then if I do, then Kevin and Lisa would be able to go and do my show, and Victoria's coming with Marina, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. She's like, what? And then she's like, hello, I have a car. If you can buy the gas money, or give me the gas money, whatever, I can drive you somewhere. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm like, oh my God, I would love you if you could do that. So I phoned a cab company, and I found out that from here to the International Center is about 30 bucks. And so I said to her, I'm like, okay, well, they said $30 to $35. So I said to her, okay, well, it would be $30 for a cab or $35. How about if I give you $20? She's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, no, $20 each way. She's like, are you crazy? I'm like, it would be this way more in a cab, so it's fine. And she's like, okay, well, how about you just give me $30 for both ways? And I'm like, what? You're crazy. She's like, no, that's fine. I'm like, okay. She's like, my car is not a gas guzzler. I'm like, okay, if you say so. So we're getting $30 for her to drive us to the International Center on the weekend for the Made by Hand show. And then I'm going to be going with Marina to the other show. I hope. If all goes well and everything is going to plan, then that's what's going to happen. So sorry if I'm talking 100 miles an hour, but yeah. So see, are you not excited? Like, look at how beautiful that is. Wait, I'm going to take one of each color. Okay, red, orange, blue, purple. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Pretty. Pretty birdie. So, there you go. So, I don't know how much this is going to cost to mail me, but I don't care. Because I'm, like, so thankful for everything that Z has sent us, and I love texting her and phoning and talking to her on the phone, I mean. Actually, I just got off the phone with her, and I was wondering why my phone was beeping so much, thinking that I was getting texts, and I'm like, who is texting me so much? And it was my phone trying to warn me that it was dying. So, my phone died while I was talking to her. So, that's unfortunate, but, yeah, she'll call me later. So, she was like, she made a comment yesterday, like, are you making me a blanket? And it was kind of funny, because I'm like, yes, I'm making you a blanket. That was my text her, and she's like, what? She's like, oh my God, I've never had anybody make me a blanket. I'm like, I've never made a blanket that big for anybody. I've made only the baby blankets. And then I have the squares for the Bernat mosaic ready to go, but they need to be crocheted together. Now, if I was smart, what I would do is crochet those together, because that wouldn't be taking me very long versus making all of these ones and starting fresh, but I'm crazy like that, right? So, I'm using the Bernat Super Value for most of it. And then this is called Bernat Craft and More. Yeah. So as I was talking to Z today, I did all the purple ones. So, stuck to a rose, stuck to a rose. Look, stuck to a rose. So, yeah. We have roses everywhere. Oh my goodness. Because now we have all these new colors. So, see, look, I was doing all the. It doesn't look purple. What is with this colors? Okay, wait, let me see. Just have 4 more under here. That's what I was doing, organizing them while I was talking. So, there you go. There's what I was making while I was chatting with you. And yeah, so now I'm going to work on the yellow. And then I only have a few more of the blue to go because I actually ran out of blue, so I had to go and buy some more. Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it actually put together because I've never done anything like that. And then I'm like, how am I going to actually place the squares? So I'm doing 6 by 6, and I thought it would be just really cool to do them like just in succession, and then it'll kind of look like a rainbow. I think that would be really cool. Or do I kind of like scatter them so that it looks different, or I'm not really sure. But I think I'm going to do it in the rainbow way. I think that'll look really pretty. So, let me see. How many roses? I think we have about 40, maybe more than 40 roses done now. And it's Monday, and we want to get 100 done by Saturday. Definitely doable. Especially because we have a friend who said that she would come over and help. And Victoria also said that she would come and help too. Woo-wee! We are so lucky. What else? I'm already at 11 minutes. Wow. So for dinner tonight, I am going to make some spinach and I think squash. I have a squash, and I'm going to cook that up. Yeah. So, maybe if I can remember, I'll come on and show you guys that so that you can see. It's a huge squash this time. So, I think I showed that too, actually, before. Alright, I think that's it for today. Are you happy, Z? She's probably squealing when she's watching this. I can guarantee you. She is squealing at this moment. She's so cute. Alright, and yes, she is my cyber wifey. My cyber wifey. I love this hat. I need to make it in different colors and pimping it. Alright, everybody. Here's my heart. I love you. Share your smile. Bye.